What are the top 10 upgrades that I see homeowners regret the most? You're going to want to watch this video. If you're about to close on a house in Los Angeles and you're hyped, you've got contractors lined up, you're ready to start the demo, the second you get the keys and you're already picturing the after photos, I need you to do one thing before you spend a single dollar out of your wallet. That's watch this video first, because I'm going to walk you through the 10 worst upgrades you can make to a house if you care about resale value, return on investment, and not lighting money on fire. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm saying it because I've watched so many buyers in Los Angeles walk into homes and instantly discount the price in their head when they see certain upgrades. Things homeowners swear add value, but buyers actually see as work or risk or a future bill they don't want to have to deal with. So this is not a video telling you, don't do what you like, do whatever you want in your own home. And if you're upgrading purely for enjoyment and you plan to stay long-term, go for it 100%. I've personally done one of the upgrades on this list at my own house, and I'll be honest, I love it. But if you're upgrading because you think it's going to boost your home value in Los Angeles, increase your appraisal, help you sell for top dollar, or maximize your rate of return when you sell in LA County, you need to hear this first. And by the way, if you're new here, my name's Scott Himmelstein. I've been a full-time Los Angeles real estate for over 21 years, and I built my business on reputation. Over 250 five-star reviews online, because my job is to help people make smart decisions with big money at stake, especially when it comes to what actually adds value and what doesn't here in the Los Angeles housing market. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's get into it. First, let's set the rules of the game. When I say worst upgrades, I'm talking about upgrades that typically do not give you a strong return on investment. In real estate, rate of return matters because it's the difference between I spent money and enjoyed it versus I spent money and I got most of it back when I sold. In LA, where remodeling costs are higher than most of the country, the gap between cost and return can be massive. Also, Los Angeles is not one single market. A condo in Studio City is different than a house in Porter Ranch. And a remodel that might make sense in Encino might not make sense in Van Nuys. A buyer in Santa Monica and Santa Clarita thinks different than a buyer in Granada Hills or Manhattan Beach. But even with all those micro markets, buyer psychology is shockingly consistent. Buyers pay premiums for simplicity, cleanliness, move-in readiness, and flexibility. They discount for anything that feels like a headache. So as we go through these 10 items, I'm going to tell you what the upgrade is, why people do it, why it often backfires, and what I would do instead if your goal is to protect resale value and maximize your return. All right, worst upgrade, number 1, wall-to-wall carpeting. I know some people love carpet. They'll say hardwood feels cold. They'll say tile echoes. They'll say carpet feels cozy. And I'm not here to argue comfort, but if you care about resale value in Los Angeles, wall-to-wall carpet is rarely a winner. Buyers walk into a home with heavy carpet and they don't think, oh, nice, it's so soft and cozy. They think, what in the world is under there? How old is this? And are there any stains? They think allergens. They think dirt. I'm ripping this out the moment I move in. And here's what's even brutal. Even brand new carpet doesn't always help you because buyers still see it as a personal preference. They don't know what padding you use. They don't know if there were pets on the property. They don't know if there's an odor trapped in it. And Los Angeles buyers are especially sensitive to hidden stuff. They want surfaces they can see and trust. Now, the alternative that tends to win is simple. You can obviously go with hard surface flooring, such as hardwood, engineered wood, quality laminate, even updated tile or luxury vinyl plank flooring in the right places. Those are the material that buyers associate with durability and cleanliness. If you love carpet, keep it to the bedrooms if you want to. But the moment you carpet that main living area, basically your living room, dining room, kitchen, family room, you're risking a price discount. Not because carpet is bad, but because buyers interpret it as a project. Worst upgrade number 2, oversized patios and elaborate outdoor features. I know this one's painful because listen, outdoor living is a massive, massive part of Southern California lifestyle. I get it. You want the patio cover. You want the pavers. You want that built-in seating. You want a fire pit. But you want that backyard that feels like a resort. And if you want that for enjoyment, do it. I'm not the fun police whatsoever. Like I said, I've done an outdoor feature at my own house and I enjoy it. But from a return on investment standpoint, people overspend here constantly. They build the patio too large, they wipe out the usable yard, and then they assume every buyer will value it the same way they do. What buyers actually want is balance. You see, in Los Angeles, a lot of buyers still want a patch of grass, a play area, a dog run, a garden zone, or just a flat-out open space. And when a patio eats the entire yard, it can actually hurt appeal. And a fire feature, while it looks amazing in the photos, is still a luxury item, not a must-have. It's not like a roof or an HVAC where buyers think, thank goodness I don't have to deal with that. It's more like, cool, but I'm not paying extra for it. So if you're doing it, keep it scale, tasteful, and consistent with the neighborhood. And do not do it thinking it's a good idea to add a dollar for dollar return. It usually won't. All right, worst upgrade number 3, adding a swimming pool. Okay, I can already hear it. Scott, it's Los Angeles. Pools are absolutely everything. Some areas, yes, pools are highly desirable. But here's the truth. A pool can also shrink your buyer pool. You see, some buyers love pools. Some buyers won't even look at a house without one. But a lot of buyers see pools as ongoing costs, safety concerns, maintenance, headaches, and insurance issues that they have to deal with. And the biggest misconception is this. People think adding a pool automatically adds huge value. In most cases, it doesn't really increase it a lot. It can increase desirability for the right buyer, but it's not a guaranteed rate of return on your win, right? So especially when you talk about pool construction, landscaping costs, those costs in Los Angeles have gone through the roof. It could easily be $80,000 to $100,000. So here's how I want you to think about pools if you're buying a home in Los Angeles and planning upgrades. If you want a pool, the most cost-effective way is to already buy a home that has one, assuming that it's in decent condition. Adding a pool from scratch is a lifestyle decision, not an investment decision. And if you do add one, just understand you're doing it because you want to use it, not because you think you're going to get every single penny back when you sell. Worst upgrade number 4, high maintenance landscaping. All right, so this is one of those upgrades that homeowners do because it's personal. They love koi ponds, fountains, they love exotic plants, intricate gardens, rare trees, custom water features, things like that. They can be beautiful, don't get me wrong, but from a resale standpoint, it often backfires because buyers don't want responsibilities they didn't ask for. So when buyers walk into a yard that requires weekly attention or even daily attention, specialized care, or ongoing water and maintenance costs, they get really, really nervous. They start thinking, how much is this going to cost me? And what happens if I neglect it? So that's what's going through the buyer's mind. So in Los Angeles, especially with water costs, drought awareness, and buyers wanting low maintenance, living, simple landscaping often wins. Clean, drought tolerant, easy to maintain, visually appealing without being complicated. That's the sweet spot. The moment your yard feels like a hobby that requires an expert or expertise, you're limiting your audience. Worst upgrade number 5, converting your garage into living space. I see it all the time. This is big in LA because space is so expensive. People have a 2-car garage and they think, well, if I convert this, I'll add square footage. Or they think I can make a gym or I can make a bonus room. And sometimes there are real reasons, like multi-generational living, a home office, a guest room, playroom, a studio. I understand why people do it. Don't get me wrong, but garages in Los Angeles are not optional in the minds of many buyers. Parking is a lifestyle issue here. Storage is also a lifestyle issue here. People have strollers, bikes, holiday stuff, tools, seasonal gear, and a million other things they don't want inside their house. So when you remove the garage, buyers often discount the price because they feel like they're losing functionality. They picture themselves parking on the street, dealing with street sweeping or tight parking up in the hills, parking permits, or just daily frustration. Now, there's an important LA-specific nuance here. ADUs. If you're legally, the keyword legally, building an ADU that's permanent and you're doing it correctly with permits and local guidelines, that can be a different conversation. But the casual garage conversion that's not properly permitted, not properly integrated, insulated, or not aligned with neighborhood value is where people get hammered every single time. So if you're thinking of converting a garage, do it carefully, do it legally, and understand that in many cases, it's not a slam dunk ROI. And, it's not the type of upgrade people think it is. Worst upgrade number 6, sunrooms. I see this all the time. Sunrooms feel like you're adding living space. People imagine this bright extra room where they could sit, work, relax, or entertain. But here's the problem. Sunrooms often do not count in the official square footage the same way a true permanent addition does. Appraisers usually treat them differently. Buyers often treat them like extra, not essential. And the cost can be all over the place. People spend real money on sunrooms. And then when it's time to sell and it's not permitted and the market doesn't reward them proportionally for what they actually built. If your goal is actual value, a properly planned permitted addition is typically the only true way to go. And recognize square footage and increase in value a meaningful way. So sunrooms can be nice. They just usually don't return what people hope. Worst upgrade number 7, over-customizing your home office. Now, a few years ago, home offices were the hottest thing on earth. Everybody and their grandmother worked from home. People wanted built-ins, custom shelving, expensive desks, soundproofing. I get that if you have kids. The whole thing. Now, a lot of companies have returned to hybrid or in-office. Some buyers still need an office, but here's the key. Buyers want flexibility on the space. They want a room that can be an office, a nursery, a guest room, a workout room, or a hobby room, which is why those flex rooms in new construction are so popular. Now, when you over-customize with permanent built-ins or expensive specialty features, you reduce flexibility. And when flexibility goes down, the buyer appeal can go down as well. If you want an office, keep it clean, functional, and easy to reimagine. Paint, lighting, flooring, good doors, clean lines. Don't sink massive money into custom features that only appeal to an extremely narrow buyer set. Worst upgrade number 8, ultra high-end gourmet kitchen overhauls that outpace the neighborhood. So you've probably seen this before. Kitchens matter. Everybody knows that. But people get this wrong all the time in Los Angeles. They install the fanciest appliances, luxury finishes, exotic stone slabs, custom everything, and they will assume buyers will pay them back for it. Sometimes in certain luxury neighborhoods, this can be the case. That works. But in a majority of Los Angeles markets, here, the majority of the neighborhoods, there's a ceiling. Meaning there's a point where the kitchen's nice and it's nice enough, and beyond that, the buyer says, cool, but they're not going to pay you an extra $80,000 because you spent $80,000 on it. So here's what I tell people, to be honest. Make the kitchen look updated, clean, cohesive, and bright. Buyers pay for feels new. They don't always pay for the most expensive. And a smart kitchen renovation is one that fits the neighborhood and hits the buyer's emotional triggers. Open, bright, clean, functional, and modern. Worst upgrade number 9. We're getting there. Adding a massive primary suite addition. Now, this is one of the most expensive upgrades you can possibly do, and one of the easiest ways to misjudge the rate of return on this one. People assume if I had a primary suite, I just added value because I added space. But additions are expensive. Permitting is complicated. And if the exterior looks awkward or the layout feels odd, buyers could actually be turned off by this. I see it almost every week. And in Los Angeles, architecture and curb appeal matter. A bad addition can make the home look like it doesn't belong. It's like a fish out of water. And when that happens, buyers don't see it as a value. They see it as a weird house. And if you're doing a primary suite addition because you truly need it and you plan to stay, fine. But if you're doing it to make money when you sell, be really careful. You may not get what you expect out of that addition. All right, last but not least, worst upgrade number 10. Those are bathroom remodels that go too luxury. Now, this one always shocks people because bathrooms absolutely should be updated if they're outdated, gross, or broken. But the mistake is overspending. Heated floors, super high-end fixtures, extremely custom tile choices, boutique hardware, all that stuff adds up fast when it comes to cost. And a lot of the time, the market doesn't reward you for that proportionally. So what buyers want is a simple bathroom that feels clean, modern, and not like a project. They want an updated vanity, updated lighting, a fresh mirror, clean shower. They want neutral finishes. They want good water pressure, good ventilation. That's what wins. You do not need to build a spa to sell a house, unless you're in a luxury bracket where the comps really demand it. Now, let me give you the most important part of this entire video, because if you miss this, you'll miss the whole point of this video. The goal isn't to avoid upgrades. The goal is to avoid over-improving and under-recovering the money that you put out. In Los Angeles, remodeling costs are high. Contractors are expensive, permits take time, materials cost more, labor costs more. Everything costs more here in Los Angeles. So that means your ROI, your return on investment mistakes hurt more here than almost anywhere else in the country. So here's the smart approach if you're buying a home in Los Angeles, closing soon, and you want to upgrade intelligently. Before you do anything, look at your neighborhood comps. Look at the homes that sold recently in your area, in neighborhood. Look at how they were finished. Look what the buyers are actually paying top dollar for, because the market will tell you what it really values. If every home in your neighborhood has a simple, updated kitchen, but you know what? It's not a celebrity chef kitchen and expect to get it all back, then that's what you can expect. If every yard is low maintenance, don't create a botanical garden that needs a full-time staff. If most homes have garage and parking is tight, don't remove your garage and hope buyers clap for your creativity. The market rewards fit. It rewards consistency. It rewards move-in readiness. And if you want the simplest rule for maximizing ROI in Los Angeles real estate, it's this. Do the boring stuff first. Paint, flooring, lighting, curb appeal, clean landscaping. Fix what's broken. Make the home feel really fresh and bright. Make it feel easy. Because buyers pay premiums for easy. They pay premiums for homes where they can move in without contractors. They pay premiums for homes that feel clean, neutral, modern, and not stressful. And that brings me to something I've learned over 21 years of helping buyers and sellers across Los Angeles County. Most buyers don't buy features. They buy confidence. They buy the feeling that they're not walking into a money pit. They buy the feeling that the home has been cared for, has good bones. They buy the feeling that they can live their life without a renovation taking over their weekends for the next year. That's why certain upgrades backfire. It's something we see all the time. because they don't build confidence. They create questions. And when buyers see wall-to-wall carpet, they ask questions. When they see a high maintenance yard, they ask questions. And when they see a garage conversion, they ask questions. When they see a wild luxury remodel that doesn't match the neighborhood at all, guess what? You're catching on here? They ask questions. And questions create discounts. Now, if you're watching this and you're thinking to yourself, okay, Scott, but what upgrades do add value in Los Angeles? I'm going to do a separate video on the best upgrades with the highest return on investment in Los Angeles, because there are definitely upgrades that make a huge difference when it comes to the rate of return. But for today, I just wanted to focus on avoiding the landmines. I want you to focus on that, especially if you're about to close on a house, because that's when homeowners are most likely to overspend right when you close. You're excited, want to make it yours, feel like every decision is permanent and urgent. It's not. The smartest homeowners I've worked with, guess what? They do upgrades in phases. They prioritize what matters most for daily living, and they avoid expensive changes that are hard to recover. All right? And if you want help making a plan that fits your specific home, your specific lifestyle, your specific neighborhood, and your specific resale timeline, that's literally what I do to help a lot of our sellers. That's why I built a business with over 250 five-star reviews, because people don't just want a real estate agent in Los Angeles. They want a strategist. They want someone who can come in, look at the house, and tell them, do this, don't do that. You'll get your money here, but you won't get it back if you put your money over there. That's what people are looking for. So if you're buying a home in Los Angeles, thinking about remodeling after closing, or planning upgrades before you're going to be selling your home, and you want a clear plan that protects your value, reach out. That's what I'm here for. Now, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you guys. Which one of these 10 upgrades surprised you the most? And be nice to me. I'm not attacking your style. I'm just sharing what the market tends to reward and what it tends to punish. Drop a comment. Let me know. Tell me what you are planning, what you want to do to your home after you close escrow. And if you already closed escrow and you've already done an upgrade you love, even if it's low ROI, tell me that too. Because sometimes the best upgrade is the one that makes your life the best, even if it doesn't make you money. Remember that. And if you want another video that will save you from expensive mistakes, go watch my next one, because I'm going to break down the biggest deal killers that I see during inspections. I'm Scott Himmelstein, and welcome to your dose of real estate reality. See you on the next video.